I had a crazy week. I, for a moment, I thought I was losing my job of the $1,600 client after we had an amazing week of results, which was super weird. Like there was a lot of bad timing, miscommunication that I made a video what I produce every single week for this client. It wasn't like good enough, or we had a misalignment of how I should edit things. It's not that my edits were bad; if they were just not aligned with what they wanted. Every single problem is a communication problem in my opinion, in life, in work, in everything. Because if you communicate well, everything, yeah, there's never, at least in this, to not make it super broad, in editing, there's never a skill issue, because editing is just knowing where to cut, and to know where to cut, you have to know where you want to, what you want to portray, what the message is, and stuff like that. And for that, you have to communicate perfectly with the client, and that's not easy. I think communication is the hardest skill to have, and no one is perfect at it, and no one ever will, because perfection will be to be in the other person's head, and you cannot do that. So, but in terms of editing, there's never a skill issue, because you don't need to do crazy stuff for results. And it's cool to say that I have the evidence for that, because I've had now a lot of videos go viral, having sales on the other side, which my local clients has that. But I pretty much achieved or been in touch with a lot of success to know that this is how it works. And it's like it's the that meme of the Gauss, I don't know how you pronounce it in English, a normal distribution of, and the meme is, for example, in fitness, is you just have to lift heavy shit and that's it. In the middle is scientific based, this, that, blah blah blah, and then the expert says you just have to lift heavy shit. And I wholeheartedly believe in that meme. I think it's true. And yeah, in editing, in social media, it's just you have to do epic shit and then just talking about it, or in other words, knowing exactly who you want to reach and put yourself in their shoes and relate to them. That's it. You do a lot of all the success on social media comes from all the things you do before the video, not in the video itself. It's just you don't. My job, in my opinion, is just to not screw up good opportunities, good stories, good things that happened, and that's it. And when you are filming the video, it's like kind of the same thing. Is all the things you did prior to that. So yeah. And what happened was that we had a misalignment, and my client, who loves me, the problem, which there's no problem, is with the client of my client that I make the videos for. That's where I have the fear of them like go crazy one day overnight and wanted to do a lot of things different, and I lose my income, right? But after this whole miscommunication thing, I had a call with my client, and he gave me a lot of security and reinforcement that I'm doing a great job. He loves what I do. The things he loves the most is that he can trust me, regardless of the skill, what I just mentioned. So I know I'm good. Obviously, he has to have work for him to give me work, so there's still like some worry about the client of my client, but I'm I know that everything in my the most important thing for me as well is my client. And I lost my train of thought. The client of my client, I I remember. My client told me, "Hey, you need to do a great job here," and I thought that he meant like if you don't do a great job, they will want to go with someone else or something like that. And I think he said that in a sense of, hey, you need to crush it. But I think he meant it in a way that, dude, you are awesome at this. You should be able to crush it, something like that. I think in the call afterwards that got forgotten, and we didn't talk in detail about that. So that's I'm not 100% sure if that's what he meant, but I think that's what he meant. But yeah, it was funny. Well, it wasn't funny. It's funny afterwards. But then I had a lovely conversation with my client, which is awesome, and I feel much more secure. And the whole issue here is with me in terms of uh, every other week is it. The last couple of months have been a roller coaster. One week I feel that I made it, like I have good clients, I'm stable again, and then the next week no one is answering my messages, there's no work, and or I'm doing a lot for little pay. And but one thing I've been struggling with, which is the same thing of every single week, is that when things go well, instead of like doubling down, focusing, making structure, making systems, I kind of like just doom scroll and waste time. Like my I think, I don't know if unconsciously is my way of dealing with a lot of the stress that I've been through, which if I will just rest and recharge, that wouldn't be a waste of time. The thing is that instead of doing that, I doom scroll, and I reward myself with cheap dopamine. That's the issue. And I hate myself for that. But I know I'm human. I know I was when I made this video in Spanish, I was talking about how really this damn phone, it's designed by super smart people to make you addicted to it. So if it's my responsibility to deal with that, but at the same time, if I lose some battles, it's like it's normal. Like we are not. You have to be a god to not be to not lose a battle there. And we cannot be omnipresent, omnipowerful, or whatever. Right? So things in life, when these things happen, it's okay. And I know that all the other areas of my life are like in pristine condition, my physique, my health, relationships, and stuff like that. So yeah. And but yeah, I still don't want to waste time. I want to thrive in my career. But yeah, it was a crazy week in that sense, because losing that client is my 4/5 of my paycheck, pretty much. Yes, 3/4, and I rely on that a lot. It's basically a job. So if I lose my job, obviously that's. but yeah, the last client that I've got, that's also the third agency, the last agency that hired me, that we made a trial, and then he wanted to change the offer. That's why he didn't give me more work, but he loved my work and stuff, and that he told me that the offer is ready. So basically telling me that soon there'll be work, most likely. So that's in the work as well, and he's aiming to give each editor 100 videos. So having that relationship is awesome. I have savings, I have other clients, so I'm good. And all I want to focus on is, yeah, creating systems. The same thing of every single week: creating system, structure, discipline, not doom scroll, have those perfect days. I need to cut stuff out. Like, again, entropy, chaos just creeps in so easily, and it's a matter of, yeah, putting your foot down, say no to almost everything, and just say yes to the only things that the few things that matter. I'll try to do that one thing at a time. I know I can. I say the same thing every single week. I'm reading 12 Rules for Life, and Jordan Peterson is awesome. The way he writes and talks, it's just perfect. It's like he humbles you. He kinda is mean a little bit, but in a funny way, and then he empowers you so much. I love his perspective, and which most of the time is this thing of being humble. Like, dude, you probably suck. Like, aim low, and then you'll realize that you can deal with stuff, and in turn will allow you to be fucking great. And I love that, how he takes you on that journey and humbles you. It's again extremely empowering, and I'm seeing that with doing a few things here in my apartment, cleaning my apartment. It's just perfect, and it's just so real. And it's incredible how tiny things escalate into this, like doom scrolling, wasting time, not doing a great job, not communicating well. It's incredible. Yeah, the human mind it's incredible. But yeah, I want to thrive. I want to be. I was going to say I want to be happy. I am fulfilled, and I am happy. I have like a new definition of happiness, that it probably is not happiness, because you cannot be happy all the time by the normal definition. I think it's a mixture of contempt and fulfillment. The new happy that I'm thinking about, that I think you can be that all the time if you have the your mind in the right place and the systems in the right place, and you are ready for bad shit to happen. So when you are that normal happy, excellent, and when you're not that, you have everything prepared and settled in a way that you can deal with stuff, and that's that new happiness I'm thinking about, knowing that you can deal with stuff. And that's why I said I want to be happy. I don't think I have everything in place to know that I can deal with the worst case scenarios, which I don't know if that's I tend to be like think on worst case scenarios and prepare for myself for that, and you cannot prepare for the apocalypse. So there has to be an end to that, because there's always something that could go even more wrong. And I have to keep it that realistic. Like, there's not going to no need to extend that rant too much. So, but I think I'm close to that realistic level of, okay, I can enjoy myself when things are going great, and when things are not going great, I know I have my systems to rely on and not suffer. That's something Jordan Peterson says, not suffer unnecessarily. I think that's a good way to put it. And I think I'm close to that. Slowly but surely. I would want it to be faster. I think I should be able to do it way faster, but I think I know when I'll be doing it at a pace that, okay, this is awesome. Like, obviously it could be faster probably, but I know I'm on a level that at least makes me proud. I thought about the Christian Guzman's saying of Alpha Lead, of always proud, never satisfied, something like that. And I think being proud of oneself is like a good feeling, like a better than happiness, the normal definition of happiness. And so yeah, I feel I'm close. So yeah, I'll keep working on me, the work, everything, life, relationships. So great. Thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week.